Picture yourself working. Now picture yourself in your pajamas. Sounds like a dream come true. You just get up, brush your teeth, and go. You don't have to get dressed. It's really great. I'm here to talk to you about voice acting and tell you that it isn't as easy a job as you think it would be. I'm sure everyone here has seen an episode of Family Guy. Did you know that one character, or one cast member, does 24 different voices on the show? I want to share with you a little history about voice acting, how to get involved, and what you'll need in order to get into the business. First things first, introduction of voice into film. The first film that incorporated voice were called talkies, and the first talkie is called The Jazz Singer, which was released in October of 1927. And a few months later, Disney created Steamboat Willie. According to the scholarly journal, Composers and Animators, the creation of interpretive and collaborative vocabularies, in 1928, Disney's Steamboat Willie successfully used the first sound-on-film process to bring an embedded soundtrack to cinema audiences. And the voice behind that was Mickey Mouse. Walter Elias Disney is the original voice of Mickey Mouse. Later on, he got too busy, so he had to put someone else up there. In the early days, for voice acting, producers preferred the game method. The call-in point of view, cartoon voices, and voice director Mark Vanier, the game method is generally preferred rather than to the system where the actors are recorded separately, in hopes of attaining gonzo. Gonzo is a term meant to name the electricity that is generated when actors are in the same room and they feed off of each other's energy, and to get better quality for voice recording and sound. Next thing I want to talk about is some famous voice actors. Seth MacFarlane is the guy who does the 24 voices on Family Guy. He does the voices of Peter, Stewie, and Quagmire. There's also James Earl Jones, the voice of Vader and Mufasa. I'm sure everybody knows that voice. He's got a great sonorous voice. There is Jack Mercer, voice of Popeye, and Mel Blanc, the voice of Bugs Bunny. Then there's Donald LaFontaine. I'm sure all of you have watched trailers for movies. He is the promo voiceover. He has coined the term "in a world" and so on for Terminator and The Simpsons and all those great things. So that's really cool. Those are some of the greats. Now, I hope you're wondering how to get involved. Take an acting or vocal class. To take the class helps make the work for you, helps you get better in the character, and makes it sound natural, because you don't want to sound fake. Because when you watch cartoons, you don't want it to sound cheesy or too terrible. It's meant to sound cheesy. Research voice acting companies and organizations such as Funimation, Viz Media, Disney, and Warner Brothers, all of which do animated films. Funimation and Viz Media are more anime-related, Japanese cartoons, things like that. And there's Such a Voice and Voice 123. They are companies online. They are there to help you either get started or possibly get you a job voice acting. Such a Voice is a voiceover training and demo production company. The next thing I'm going to do is make an audition tape, and I have a clip of what you want on audition tape. And that was a voice recording between a friend of mine and I. We went to this panel and we experienced what it was like to work for voice acting. And what you'll need in order to do voice acting is podcast equipment. He did this all set up right in a room just like this. You'll need a microphone, a headphone, mixers, recorders, processors, compressors, but he just had a microphone and a computer with audio software, so that was a lot easier. In order to make an audition tape, you're going to need a few things, and those are them. One other important thing to have is a portabooth. A portabooth is personal soundproofing for your microphone. It's made basically out of like a storage container, like a retractable one, and egg carton insulation. And basically you put the microphone inside, a microphone like this, which is, according to Project Computer Music Journal, the AKG C214 microphone is designed for smooth and wide frequency response. Also has an integrated capsule suspension system aimed at reducing mechanical noises, and that is the whole purpose of a portabooth. The portabooth blocks out all of that air, all of that extra noise. And you want to make sure when you have your headphones on, you have them on so that you don't hear anything else around you. The next thing that you'll need, last but not least, is you need time, hard work, patience, and money. It's not an overnight sensation. You will not be an overnight sensation. You have to put in money to take the classes, to take the time to audition, make a good tape, take time to go to a studio if you don't want to buy the materials that you'll need, like a podcasting system. And to wrap up, I talked to you about background and history of voice acting, how to get involved, and what you'll need. And getting involved with this, sure, it'll be a lot of hard work, but remember, it's not that job, pajamas.